Oh, how far the bromance has fallen from their victorious singing of God Bless America there that you can see on screen between Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Let's check in on the very video I'm talking about before getting on to what has caused, the falling out. The falling out of love, I should say, specifically between Musk and Trump, and the latest news on Trump's anger towards Musk. So this, in relationship terms, was their honeymoon phase. But even then, we were saying it's not going to last. And I know we've been covering this a lot, but it's one of the bigger political stories because of the impact it could have on Trump's governance. The fact that before Trump has even taken office, we have the type of tension between Musk, MAGA, and now Trump is a really good sign for breaking that alliance apart and not allowing for the worst of their collective intentions to be implemented. So I'll get to the latest, and I do have something on that in terms of where Trump stands on Elon, even though publicly Trump sided with him on this whole H-1B visa debacle where Musk and MAGA are clashing. Musk is insulting MAGA a bunch and MAGA is super angry. But first, I want to remind you of what we heard from Trump on Musk before. The beginnings of the cracks in the relationship where you could tell that liberals saying, gosh, it looks like Elon Musk is the new president, had started to bother Donald Trump. While you watch this, please do click the subscribe button if you appreciate the work that this show does.
We will create the new Department of Government Efficiency headed by Elon Musk. And no, he's not taking the presidency. I like having smart people. You know, they're on a new kick. Russia, 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 Ukraine, 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 all the different hoaxes. And the new one is President Trump has ceded the presidency to Elon Musk. No, that's not happening. But Elon's done enough.
So we talked about that already. And it was sort of, okay, interesting that he's insecure about this. Kudos to the left for already making him insecure about it and pointing to an important point, because sometimes to get something to go viral, you need a funny phrase like President Musk that Trump will see and get irritated by. But the underlying point is so important, which is that Musk is wielding so much power when no one voted for him. Musk is the very unelected bureaucrat that people like Musk have railed so much against. And he seems to be interested in wielding that power, mostly in his interest, obviously, as the wealthiest man on the planet. One of the things it is reportedly looking like he's interested in doing is cutting funding to crucial programs, cutting benefits to crucial programs like Medicare and Social Security, all while advocating on behalf of massive tax cuts that would disproportionately benefit, you guessed it, the wealthiest among us. That is not who we want to have this alliance with Trump. And it's interesting, as I keep going over, that the issue that caused the divide between Elon Musk and MAGA initially was the H-1B visa program, because actually Musk is taking the correct stance on that. But we did warn MAGA that on numerous things, many of which Musk would be wrong on, he was not going to be the warrior for them that they were acting like he would be. And one other clip from the same speech, then we'll get to the latest on how Trump is feeling about Elon.
And he got over 2,000 units. That's a lot. And they flooded it with Starlink, and it was so good. It saved a lot of lives, so we want to thank him. But no, he's not going to be president, that I can tell you. And I'm safe. You know why? He can't be. He wasn't born in this country.
What an interesting thing to say. And now, even though Trump publicly took the side of Elon on the H-1B visa, saying, I'm supportive of that, as is Elon. Even though Trump did that in an environment where Elon Musk is actively insulting MAGA on social media, calling them all sorts of names that I wouldn't really use. with all my criticisms of MAGA. Sort of childish terms even Elon is using. And a complete eruption where Steve Bannon is making all these bold proclamations about how MAGA is going to defeat Elon and these tech billionaire bros. But Trump still sided with him publicly, as I told you. But privately, this is not something he's happy about. He hasn't even taken office. And his big buddy, or his bestie, is already having trouble in paradise. Quote, Trump is annoyed, insiders say. Shadow President Elon Musk starting to irritate Trump. That shadow president thing was something liberal spaces popularized. So again, kudos. President-elect Donald Trump has shown growing signs of frustration with Elon Musk, his wealthiest and most vocal advisor, sources tell Mediaite. Musk, the world's richest man, has been deeply involved in the White House transition after backing Trump in the 2024 election with $150 million and relentless support on X, the social media platform he owns. Sources close to the transition who spoke on condition of anonymity to reveal internal conversations said Trump is growing weary of Musk's omnipresence. Oh no. As well as the media attention his antics are garnering. Quote, 100% Trump is annoyed. There's a Chinese saying, says one of these sources within the Trump campaign, two tigers cannot live on one mountaintop. Last week, a civil war broke out between two factions of Trump's movement, and it recaps what we've already been talking about with all of the different big MAGA figures declaring war on Musk over this H-1B visa program, and more broadly, him being as influential as he is, and it seeming like he's directing Trump on policies like this bipartisan deal with government funding that Trump had to come out against because Elon Musk did, that I guess is making some of these MAGA figures uncomfortable. In an explicitive-laced X post, and get this because it's just whack, on Saturday, Musk responded to the backlash saying, the reason I'm in America along with so many critical people who built SpaceX, Tesla, and hundreds of other companies that made America strong is because of H-1B. Take a big step back and fuck yourself in the face, is the quote. I think actually reading it there is important for effect. I will go to war on this issue, the likes of which you cannot possibly comprehend. That's what Elon Musk said at MAGA. His quote-unquote team. It's delightful. But that phrase is wild. F yourself in the face. As I talked about with Josiah, that's something. And apparently it's a reference to some movie that I don't know the reference to. And all of you get mad at me when I don't know references, but I don't know it, okay? I just know that that's a crazy thing to say. But hilarious. Bannon fired back, calling Musk a toddler. Within the transition, the civil war that erupted online last week sparked a reminder of the importance of discretion. On Sunday, Susie Wiles, Trump's pick for White House Chief of Staff, sent a transition-wide memo with the subject social media. And in the memo, Wiles forbade members of the incoming administration transition from making any comments on social media without prior approval. So even Susie Wiles understands. While some will say, oh, this is all manufactured by the left and they're trying to divide us needlessly, she gets that this looks really bad and it's indicative of a real divide within this coalition. And a coalition isn't as valuable when it can't actually govern. Okay, cool, you had this coalition, everyone said this is the sign that Trump can unite different factions, whatever. But if you don't actually agree on governing principles clearly, then it's not that incredible that you were able to bring these people together who then immediately break apart upon victory. And it quotes Trump's different statements on Elon Musk that I showed you publicly. And, quote, the media is portraying him as a co-president. Musk is a character actor. There's only one executive producer, one lead in this TV show, and that is Trump. You know, that's what people are saying to Trump behind the scenes. He's getting, again, this reporting is saying, getting upset about this and doesn't like the way it's being portrayed. So then his allies and staff have to go, no, but you're the director, Donnie. You're director, Don, no matter what they say. Just like that clip, it was so weird. After the debate where he went, I killed Kamala, right? I did it. I killed her. I did amazing. When he actually did very poorly. And JD Vance was going, yeah. I mean, everyone in the media is going to say that you didn't, but you did. I agree that Musk is acting like a toddler, as Steve Bannon said, but so is Donald Trump. for this to get under your skin that much. And then a lot of these MAGA figures and how they're going about these criticisms, we're dealing with a lot of people behaving like toddlers. And that's what happens when you vote for such behavior. But just as another example, you have Laura Loomer. And one of the things that I saw a lot of people making the point on this was Aaron Rupar says, the worst person you know just made some great points. So let's hear what Laura Loomer, who's just a terrible, terrible person. And I don't say that about a lot of people. I disagree with a lot of people, but I'm not going to say they're necessarily to their core bad. Laura Loomer has said and done things that are just truly horrifying. But apparently she's making points that even Aaron Rupar agrees with. Let's listen.
And what we need to have a conversation about is what is it going to mean for the future of our country, our national security, and the incoming Trump administration if we have a bunch of technocrats who are also essentially welfare queens because their companies are receiving government subsidies and they want to take over our defense industry. If you have a bunch of tech bros with billions of dollars and direct unfettered access to the vice president and the president of the United States, and then they are also, very cordial with our adversaries, as in China and Iran. We see that Elon Musk is having these meetings off the books with Iranian officials, with Chinese officials. What does that mean for us and the future of our constitutional republic?
Okay, hang on. Yeah, okay, hang over a second. I want to go back because I missed JD on Dark Enlightenment. First off,
just keep that up, Jaden. In case any of you are concerned, not only does Steve Bannon have a pen in his hand, he has 1, 2, 3, and maybe he's blocking a fourth, but definitely 3 pens attached to his button-down shirt. So don't worry about Steve Bannon's ability to write things during these podcasts. What he's writing, I don't know, but he's ready with 4 pins on his person. Then, don't worry, because true to Steve Bannon's sort of what we know about him, he has about 13 jackets on. So he has enough jackets, enough pins. In terms of character, knowledge on the issues, lacking. But jackets and pins, he's got it. Then Laura Loomer there, essentially saying in a lot of words, can we not trust Elon Musk? And when someone comes in, gives the type of money after not being super MAGA aligned, okay? Elon Musk wasn't super pro MAGA his entire life. But all of a sudden, purchasing the social media platform, wielding such authority to help Trump's campaign, spending hundreds of millions of dollars to help Trump's campaign, you think that's all just because he scrolled across the Laura Loomer thread and went, MAGA's pretty cool? No, he has some interest. And often, not always, because maybe some people just do things out of the goodness of the heart, but almost always, the richest man on the planet might not be doing something in your interest. His interest just might not align with yours. And they didn't have any problem with us begging them to think about that when Elon Musk was helping Trump win. But now they're dealing with the repercussions, and some people are going, yay, 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 this is so great. And while I get that urge, because we really deserve something positive. So watching this implode, this relationship, and maybe it's stopping some of the worst intentions that they had collectively, like those cuts to crucial programs, that we can celebrate and feel a yay attitude towards. But I'm not that happy because they still won, and now a really fractured, incompetent coalition gets power, which is also scary. But you have this collective awakening within MAGA all of a sudden of, I think Elon might not be the pro-working class warrior that we made him out to be. Maybe he's not going to take down the deep state. Oh no. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Support the show. Get the members only bonus show. Join us there by clicking the join button below.